So on the questions and answers, the first question says, which of the following is not? See how not is big and bold? Okay, be careful on your national exam. They're not going to do it big and bold like that for you. Okay, it's just going to say which of the following is not a requirement for the loan to be designated as a qualified mortgage as defined by the Dodd-Frank Act. So to be designated as a qualified mortgage, and it says not, and which one is not, is B, highlight non-amortizing payment feature, because all the other ones are. Next one down, number 2. Which of the following is an acceptable condition on which to base an MLO Melissa's compensation? And I had you guys write that down. My commission is based on the loan amount. So highlight A is the answer, fixed percentage of the loan amount. Number 3, am I going too fast for anyone? We're good? A written list of settlement service providers must be delivered or mailed within, our favorite number is 3 business days of an application and at least 7, thank you, days prior to consummation. So 3 and 7 are the answer, so C is the answer, so highlight C as in cat. Number 4, on a loan estimate, all of the following are listed in section B as services a borrower cannot shop for, except, and the answer is, I hate that it doesn't come up on the thing, B as in boy, because it says cannot shop. It says the loan estimate, all the following are listed in the section that borrowers cannot shop for, except, and that would be B as in boy, borrower's title insurance policy is the correct answer. Number 5. A borrower is refinancing her home, which gives her the right to rescind the loan for, and the answer is B, 3 business days, including Saturday, excluding Sunday and federal holidays. So you guys should have 1 is B, 2 is A, 3 is C, 4 is B, 5 is B. Just want to make sure everybody has that. Number 6. Which fee can be collected prior to the delivery of the loan estimate? You guys should all know that one. The only thing you can collect is B, the credit report. Number 7. Which item on the loan estimate that has no tolerance restrictions, so no tolerance restrictions for change, including all of the following except? And those are your prepaids. Remember, the prepaids all go together. So hazard insurance, periodic interest, and taxes are your prepaid. So the only one that's not is the private mortgage insurance. So 7 is C as in cat. Number 8. What item on the loan estimate is not subject to 10% tolerance? Remember, transfer taxes cannot change. So D as in dog is the answer for 8. Number 9. Which of these circumstances would not be an acceptable reason, I think I pounded this one in your head, to provide a revised loan estimate to a borrower? It should pop out in your head real quick. Remember you wrote regretted or neglected? The answer is C. The MLO regretted overlooking certain liabilities in order to qualify the borrower for a better interest rate. Number 10. A loan estimate that is made in good faith is determined by the closing costs quoted on the loan estimate and on the closing disclosure at the end of the loan. For the loan estimate to be considered made in good faith, the cost on the loan estimate, that's the first thing, can be and the loan estimate can be higher than what is charged on the closing disclosure. So the closing disclosure needs to be the same or lower than the loan estimate. So number 10 is B. Number 11. When a numerical error has occurred to the closing disclosure and the initial closing disclosure has been delivered to the borrower, MLO Fred must. So he doesn't have to wait another 3 days because it's not one of the three things. So all he has to do is D, as in dog, make a redisclosure. Number 12.
Sorry.
Yes?
You were going to show us how we can highlight within the question.
Oh, you're right. I totally didn't even think of that. Okay, let me continue and then we'll see what we can do with the other ones. That's because I can't, it's something I was just thinking of teaching you guys. I haven't really done it in my book yet. So numerical, I would, on number 11, since you asked, making redisclosure, it's a numerical error. It's not something that was something that had to have a new disclosure. So I would highlight in number 11, numerical error, and then obviously highlight make redisclosure. On number 12, the APR on the loan estimate for a 30-year fixed rate loan is 2.25%, and the APR on the closing disclosure is 6.5%. After redisclosure, the borrower must wait how many days to close the loan? So when there's a change by more than an eighth, remember it's 3 business days. So I can only do the questions and answer things like I was going to mention that I was going to do, only when there's something that's obvious that you can relate to. When it's a type of like this one where it's different on the interest rates, there's not really something you can highlight to make you remember it. But on this one where it says the difference in the APR, you have to have 3 business days. So answer is B as in boy. Number 13. If the amount paid by the consumer at closing exceeds the prescribed tolerance, and I would highlight that, exceeds the prescribed tolerance threshold, a creditor must refund the excess to the consumer no later than, and I think I said this one like 6 times. So you remember, if you have to give money back at the end, how long do you get? 6. And the answer is D, 60 calendar days. Number 14, highlight high-priced mortgage. A high-priced mortgage loan is defined as a loan where the APR, as disclosed by the truth in lending statement, highlight exceeds the average prime offer. So remember I kept saying the APR exceeds the APOR? 1%. Okay, but I never said anything about 1%. I said 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and I said 6.5 and 8.5. So 6.5 is the first, 8.5 is the second. On the other one, it's 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. If you look on here, they're asking about a first trust deed. So the answer is going to be B, 1.5. Number 15, MLO Teddy must not refinance a high-cost mortgage loan into another high-cost mortgage loan. So highlight high cost to high cost. Within how long? How long do they have to wait? 12 months is the answer. Highlight 12. So high cost to high cost is 12 months. Number 16. If a loan being made is a highlight high-priced mortgage, the loan, a second appraisal by a different appraiser is required when the seller acquires the property within the last blank and the price is more than 10% higher than the seller's acquisition price. Remember I said 90 plus 10 equals 100? That's how I remember it. So highlight 10% higher, and the answer is B, 90 days. Number 17. As a result of the Mortgage Disclosure Improvement Act, how soon can a residential loan close? We got it. We got the answer in the room. It's D, highlight, the 7th business day after delivery of the required disclosures. Number 18. According to highlight Homeowners Protection Act, HPA, a borrower may request cancellation of their mortgage insurance premium when the borrower's equity reaches.
20%.
Yay, I hear it. A, 20%. So be careful, because if they highlight equity and 20%, if they ask you for equity, it's 20% if they request it. It's 22% if the bank is going to let them take it off.
Do they do like a trick question? Like, what's the, like, use LTV?
Yeah, they will turn around the LTV. Actually, the trick question is asking the equity, because they teach you the LTV.
So the bank doesn't automatically take it off at 78%?
Yes, they automatically take it off at 78%. But you can ask for them to take it off at 80%.
At 80, okay.
Number 19. The Equal Credit Opportunity Act is a law that ensures, so highlight equal credit opportunity, and highlight C, lenders make credit available with fairness and without discrimination. Number 20. When is it acceptable to discourage a borrower from making a formal loan application because the borrower receives public assistance? 19 was C as in cat. And 20 is A as in never. And 20, I would highlight discourage, public assistance, never. Y'all with me? Don't fall asleep.
That's the 25%, right? Gross up to 25%?
Yes, public assistance you can gross up. Next page. Number 21. I sound like Casey Kasem, if you guys remember who that is. Some of you are probably way too young to even know who that is. Number 21. Which of these situations does not violate ECOA? The only one that doesn't is A, highlight A, while looking at your customer's paycheck stub, you see that child support is being paid. So if they're paying it out, you need to ask them, do you pay child support, alimony, or separate maintenance? So you're gonna have to ask them it. So 21 is A as in apple. Number 22. Donna's application for a mortgage loan was denied. In the highlight adverse action statement, the lender informed Donna that she could request a specific reason, highlight specific reason, for the denial if she did so within how many days? I threw that at you guys a bunch of times. It's 60 days. Highlight 60 days, C as in cat. Per HMDA. If an applicant chooses not to identify their race, so highlight HMDA and highlight race on application taken in person, the lender is to and the answer is B, identify the applicant's race on the basis of visual observation or surname. Next. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, credit reporting agencies must remove negative information. How fast? 7. Sorry, there's a question. 7 is C. So fair credit reporting, I would highlight fair credit reporting, negative information, 7 years. Number 25. Consumer reporting agencies have responsibilities for and the answer is C, Providing consumer credit information to people with legitimate business needs. Number 26. To comply with FACTA, I would highlight FACTA. A mortgage loan originator should. Remember, FACTA is identity theft. And the answer is C. Place all loan applications and documents in a secure place when not working on them. And number 27. The telemarketing sales rule prohibits calls to consumers later than how many days after a consumer has been asked to be included on the do not call registry? It's an odd number, so you should remember it. It's 31, D as in dog. So 27 is D as in dog. Good thing you guys are sitting away from each other. You're all coughing tonight. What's up with that? Gonna make you wear a mask on Monday. Number 28. So 27 was D as in dog, 31 days. A telemarketer or seller may call a consumer with whom they have highlight an established business relationship, or you could highlight EBR if you remember what established business relationship is, for up to how many months after the consumer's last purchase, delivery, or payment, even if they're on the do not call list. It's 18 months, D as in dog. So EBR, 18 months. I would even highlight that and circle it so you remember it. Number 29. According to the GLB Act, an individual who obtains or has obtained a financial product or service from a financial institution is it says a financial product, that's a one-time thing. So they are a B, consumer. Number 30. Under the GLB Act, Regulation P as in Paul, so I'd highlight Regulation P. For as long as a customer relationship with Deidre has received a financial institution privacy notice, how often do you get it? Highlight, yes, once a year. C as in cat. So are we good?
We did for 29.
Pardon me?
29 was consumer.
29 was B, consumer.